As someone who has read Berserk over and over again, I think I read it over 100 times by now, and I have a lot of thoughts, heterosexual and homosexual. So that's double the thoughts, and I figure I make a series where I analyze every moment I notice in Berserk and share my thoughts, as I think I have some interesting takes. So the first scene I want to analyze is a very small moment that's overlooked by people. And I haven't seen anyone talk about this, even though Miro even shows it again in a very small panel, hinting at something deeper. The scene I'm talking about is in chapter 13. When Guts and Griffith first met, and Griffith stabbed Guts and fell unconscious, he had this nightmare where his traumas are haunting him. We see Donovan, Gambino, and this is the interesting part. We also see Gambino's dog, and it turns into Shizu, Guts' mom. Now this always hurts me, as this is the first time, and pretty much the only time, we see what Guts thinks about his mom, how he views his mom. We have never seen Guts talk about his mom. We never seen any happy memories of Guts spending time with his mom, likely because he was way too young to remember, and the only memory he has is the way she looked in her final moments because of the plague, and it most likely traumatized him. And my god, that hurts, but what hurts most is the fact this is a dream, which is Guts subconsciously sees his mom as the dog, and this implies something sad. Guts hates his mom. Despite how cruel Gambino treated Guts, Guts still viewed him as a father and loved him. We've seen in future chapters Gambino actually gave Guts advice, not for his benefit but rather for Guts' benefit. In his own toxic way, Gambino truly did love Guts and viewed him as a son. So when Gambino became more abusive when he lost one of his legs, all he did was pay attention to his dog. In the same way, Gambino only cared about Shizu, making Guts have some sort of resentment towards his mother, subconsciously. As in a future chapter, chapter 47, when he opens up to Casca, the way he talks about Shizu is that of jealousy. And I quote, "He always talks to this dog, Shizu, Shizu. Not once would he call out my name." And my god, Miura, why couldn't you give Guts at least one truly happy memory with his mom? But I get it. This is how reality is at times with an abusive parent. The love he received from Shizu as a small child was overshadowed by Gambino's abuse, which leads to Guts seeking Gambino's validation, his love, his attention. So then he sees Gambino not give Guts any of that, and instead give all that attention, love to this dog he calls Shizu, which led to Guts subconsciously hating his mom and views the dog as literally her mom. Someone who stole his father's love and attention that he wanted. God, recording all this made me depressed. I hate and love Muro so much. So this is part 1 of analyzing Berserk. So there's most likely going to be over 100 videos of me analyzing every moment, as like I said, I have so many thoughts on pretty much every scene, and I want to share my perspective on each scene, and hope at least one person gets a deeper understanding of Berserk, as Miura put in so much effort into creating Berserk, and this series changed my life for the better, and I want to give something back by making this series. So hope you enjoy. See you in part 2.